What is up, Whale family? This is Nightmare and Rune bringing you Hangtime, where we talk NBA Top Shot, the market, fantasy basketball, fantasy sports, all things hoops, hype, NFL, UFC. Man, we are expanding here, Rune. We need to get a new kind of intro to encompass everything, don't you think?
I think so. I think so.
Fortunately, we got a little content upgrade, a little content shuffle coming up, and we've had some
Yep.
suggestions from the community on how to handle that. I
Yep.
like that. I definitely like it. But, Rune, did you check out the All Star game this weekend?
Oh my goodness. Did I ever? I enjoyed every second of it and think it was one of the best ones I've seen in a very long time.
I thought you might say that given the fan that you are of the players that you are. Why don't you give us a little
Yep.
rundown of what you enjoyed about it?
Man, I'll tell you what, if not for Curry, Embiid was going to be MVP. And I even posted it. I can't fault Curry. I can't fault the decision because Curry was absolutely amazing. Um, Everyone was. Ja Morant is gonna be. Yeah. I can't talk anymore. It was really well done. I really like it. But I also like the format. I love that they actually play hard in the last quarter for charity. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was definitely cool to see. I do gotta say though, some of the stuff around it, I have some things
Yeah.
I'd like to see tweaked on the rest of it, but there were some shining moments. I did like, of course, everyone got to see Jalen Green make it
Yeah.
a point to go put on his NBA Top Shot moment before he went out and put down these dunks. Wish he was able to execute a little bit better. Just would have put a little more oomph on the marketing. But
Yep.
as we'll see in a little bit, the marketing did actually have a pretty good effect.
Yeah, it did, and I like the fact that there were like reminders and there was things actually named after the top shots. I posted one of them last night, NBA top shot moment of the night. So they mentioned that, and it was Steph Curry's three that he turned, or the first one that he turned around and walked away from that he made.
Yeah, definitely. You think Isaiah went and got himself a Top Shot account later on that night, or what?
Oh yeah, definitely.
He just want to make a statement. He holds grudges, so I'd be
Yeah.
interested to see what he would collect. But speaking of grudges, I love this. Everybody was checking this afterwards in the line when Ray Allen came out, and Kevin Garnett and Pierce still holding on to the beef about him leaving and whatnot.
I
So
know.
I joke all around about it, and like I'm not saying throw hands and be Juwan Howard esque kind
Yeah.
of holding grudges, but I like when people are passionate about sports. It took a lot of it. It takes a lot
Yeah.
of the magic out of it for me when I see people that are rivals like hanging out and whatnot. I want to
Yeah.
believe that you hate them just like I do as a fan.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people have already, well, excuse me, a lot of the players have mentioned that a lot of their old rivalries have been, put to bed, but they were also like, put to bed just recently from a while ago. These are like long-standing ones, like Dirk Nowitzki and I can't remember who he was up, or it was Reggie. I think it was Reggie Miller. Um, and the fact that they're like they were joking around that they're good now, But I'll tell you, the fact that you put this up here, that halftime show was absolutely amazing. Seeing all of these players, oh my god, so good.
Yeah, supposedly Jordan was down at a race watching Bubba Wallace and flew in just to make it for halftime. So shout out to Jordan. That was a pretty boss move
Yeah,
right
Bubba
there.
Wallace came in second.
What did you think of the dunk contest?
I wasn't thrilled with it, although, um, although the winner deserved it. I mean, the under the leg um, spinning dunks were really really nice, especially the ones where you're hopping over someone. But some of the entries, I was just like, it looked like regular old dunks. Ja Morant needs to do it next year. He lit it up last night. It was so much fun to watch.
Yeah, every so often the league gets like, man, this is getting stale, and they coerce one of the big stars to participate. So hopefully, we get to see some of them in there. I just hate to see something bad go down, like an injury or whatever. But
Yeah,
that being said,
exactly.
shout out to Obi. Obi came through and represented for sure. I like this clip. Oh, actually, I wanted to show this uniform. Was this dope or what?
Oh, that is nice. Look at that. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
see
the
that one.
Mexican variant of Golden State. I just happened to catch that and throw it
Nice.
up. Totally out of order, but I did think it was sick. But I did want to show this. They had this clip on NBA on ESPN of when they had like the celebrity dunk contest. I know there was some talk about it I
Yep.
think it was ESPN earlier this afternoon, but this is when they had like Ken Griffey Jr., Conley, a
Yeah.
bunch of people come through. I'd love to see that right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the celebrity all star game was not too great, but yeah, the celebrity dunk would be pretty nice.
Honestly, these dudes could have won the contest if you watch
Yeah,
this through. Go
yeah. Oh
take a
yeah,
look
yeah.
at it.
Well, actually, I think we lost your video.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
man.
not I'm not trolling this time.
Man, oh man, you guys are missing the best part. So let me put it back up here.
I cancel videos too.
There we go. And it's uncanny how Conley looks like his dad.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my.
Ken Griffey.
Oh, Griffey.
I wonder if that's a card. Anyway, that being said,
Yeah,
hopefully they bring it back. They need to do something because I think this is definitely lacking a little bit for them. But
yeah,
nice All Star weekend, a lot of traction for NBA Top Shot, which we'll look at in just a moment. But before we get there, the NFL, I thought this was interesting. Obviously, everyone saw The Rock at the Super Bowl.
yes,
NFL and XFL to collaborate on basically some tech and some health initiatives and kind of experiments. So definitely a change of pace from when Vince McMahon was running the show and in
yeah,
his initiative. We'll see what comes of it. They
yeah.
basically confirmed it's not going to be a developmental league, so there'll be
Oh, it's
nothing to that
not.
effect.
That's
Yeah,
interesting. Wow. I
but
mean,
apart,
the XFL. I mean, if done correctly, could do very well. I think. It's not going to take it from the NFL, and probably won't ever get up to that point. But it'll be interesting to see some of the competition.
well, I mean, there'll be multiple leagues, right? It's not just going to
Good.
be the XFL that's out there. I
Yeah.
will say I am partial. I think I shared here a long time ago that I had a He Hate Me jersey. You can still pick those
Yep.
up somewhere out there, but
I remember that. I
I did
remember
watch
that.
the XFL for a little bit. So on to Top Shot over the
Yes.
past week. So obviously with the macro crypto market movement, we saw a slide in the
Yep.
market cap for NBA Top Shot collectively, kind of in line with what we've been seeing with people, trying to free up liquidity to hold on to various positions. If we look over here at moment ranks, which we'll get to evaluate market in just a moment, some of the nuance there. But we're looking at about a $740 million market cap. That's down from about 800 plus a week ago. So a significant slide, but in line with what we saw for the collective market. That being said, if we look down here at the
Mm,
individual metrics on the indexes, you can see that volume still stayed
yeah.
considerably high, given the conditions, in the
Yeah.
market, right?
Definitely.
Um, and if we look over here,
Ah.
that's a sustained activity right here. Whereas, a lot of these are
Yeah.
individual spikes. There was some kind of catalyst. This is sustained over a number of days. So it's interesting to see that.
Yeah, and it's awesome because I mean, unique buyers and sellers are on the rise, and that means that they are bringing in new people. I mean, it may be down overall, but it's not down in popularity, in my opinion.
I mean, before we say something like
Oh
down
yeah, yeah.
overall,
Okay, I
let's
just
take a look at the past year here, right? This is
yeah.
where we were in August. We're looking at a
Wow.
half billion and at 500,000, whereas
Yeah,
we've climbed all the way back up, to above 800. Now we're still at 750 approximately,
750 ish. Yeah,
50% up from that low there. So before we
yeah.
bring out the chicken littles, let's remind ourselves where we are relative to where we were in the summer.
It's a good old roller coaster ride.
But when we take a look at the individual base sets, which we have
Yep,
been looking at just as a metric, another week of slides makes sense considering what we
yep.
had looked at. Here we see, uniquely buyers and sellers really escalating here towards the end. I think I read some statistics that the buyers had exceeded the sellers at this point.
Oh
Right.
wow.
So for
Yeah.
the first time, we've seen a lot of uptick in activity really tangibly manifest in multiple indexes here. This is where we were gauging the effect of the Kevin Durant incorporation into
Yes.
the advertising. This isn't the only catalyst. We got a lot of stuff
No.
going on with All Star Weekend, but obviously they're capitalizing on it. I think a lot of the
Yeah,
mentions,
definitely.
Jalen Green, what they were doing, brought new people in that were grabbing their first packs or their first set of moments.
Yeah, and I hear every now and then people or some of the NBA players just joking on being it's becoming part of the everyday conversation. Oh, that's going to be a moment, definitely going to be a moment, or I got to step up my game and hope that I can get something that'll be showcased as a moment. I've heard a few players talking like that, and even some of the announcers when they were interviewing some of the people. I think AI was talking about how he kind of wishes that stuff was around when he was playing, which I do too.
Yeah, I love that. Iverson also came out and was a
Yeah.
big advocate for Tatum's game, saying he
Yep.
loves Tatum, loves watching Tatum, and he's entertained by him. But
Yep.
you know, AI obviously has a place in your heart, being a Philly fan. But I
Yep.
I also am a big Iverson guy too,
Yeah.
since college, quite
Y-
honestly.
Yeah, and he was repping the Red Sox hat last night too. It was awesome. Yeah, he's got some love for Boston.
Yeah, he does. So, taking a look at the whale vault over here on Moment Ranks, we're at 24.3 million. That's down about 800,000 or 3% versus where it was a year ago. If you
Mhm.
look down here, it actually talks to the lowest listing value. So, if you were to appraise the collection, not by the various metrics with jersey numbers being number one,
Yeah,
rather jersey numbers matching in number one serials, the lowest listing value would be 17.6, and that aligns with what we've been seeing over here on Evaluate
exactly.
Market. Exactly, right? So there's the
Yeah,
difference in methodology there.
definitely.
I know you were curious about that, Rune. As an aside, you were talking
Yeah.
about moments there and players talking. I did have a conversation with Fabio, and he came through and said that he think he could smash you in a game. I'm just throwing that out there. He said it was pretty
Oh,
surly and shifty, and even though you had the hops to be able to dunk at some point, he think he could still catch you.
oh man, you probably will because I'll get really winded. I'm actually going to start working out again so I can get my endurance back. But yeah, I plan on hitting the rim a few times, and it's a goal of mine now again to be able to partially undox myself and show you that I can hit the rim. So we'll
You,
see.
I'm I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be a moment, right? We could top shot that for sure.
Yeah.
But I
I,
don't know
I
if you
may have
caught
my
it.
face all blurred out and all that stuff, but
Hey, I don't know if you caught it, but there was a while back there where Rizzle, I don't even remember the
oh yeah,
context, but Rizzle came out and challenged Whale Shark to a game of hoops. We all
yeah.
started lining up. So we got to get our squad ready, man. We don't know when the
Uh,
next in live event will be that eventually Whale Shark will come through. Either way, we're going to probably represent. We may have to play without his surly game. He did say he has some shifty
yeah.
layups. He can bang in the post a little bit. But if we do, we need you in tip top shape, Vern.
See, yeah, and that is true, and that makes me want to go after Rizzle now too. But yeah, my past was point guard, and I loved shooting. So threes were my jam when I realized that I couldn't run and dunk. So yeah. Anyway,
We'll see. Everybody got range now, man. It's kind of crazy. When
yeah, just a little bit.
I pop into the YMCI with some like YMCI. What the hell is the
Yeah.
YMCA? I hop into the YMCA with my old man post game, and they're looking at me crazy. I'm trying to do like Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale over here. They're like, "What the hell's this guy doing?" All they got is Euro steps and threes, man. These threes they're pulling up like
Oh
halfway
my
between
god,
the 3 point line and the half court line. I got to get
they're
some of this young
crazy.
buck game.
Crazy. And even I mean Curry was doing that too. And like, oh, anyway, can't say enough about that.
All right, so we digress with
Yeah.
the BS here, but looking at this Jokic, my inefficient way and
92.
unscientific way to gauge the market, 92.
Yeah,
So
look at
bounce
that.
back, still healthy, representing. Of course, this is helped by the challenges that are active right now.
True,
And
true.
we'll get to that in just a moment. But there are a ton of challenges following the pattern that we had seen, where they're having a variety of opportunities for people to participate, right? So we have the traditional challenges that you would based on the sets. There's
Yep.
also a few unique challenges relative to the All-Star game, and they were tiered, right? So you had a hard challenge, you had a dunk contest challenge, 3 point contest, skills contest challenge. Here's what I want to call everyone's attention to: the easy
Mhm.
challenge. Most people should be able to qualify for this. All you need to do is have one moment from all five starters, and you get a free Series 2 base pack. Pretty easy to do. If
Mhm.
you don't, for whatever reason, happen to have all of the players, it would cost you about $35 to be able to get players that you probably want to have in your collection. If you don't, right, if you're missing a LeBron, you're missing a
Yeah,
Jokic, whatever, and you could score a pack. So hey, you might want to hop on that. Let's see how much time is left on that particular challenge. You got about 2 days.
definitely, definitely. It's an awesome challenge to be able to get in, and the fact that they tiered it like this was good. I was actually really afraid that they weren't going to tier the All Star Game challenges, but I mean that would have been weird. So Good move on their part.
Yep, yep. And then they continue to put out some very cool ones for, the higher rarity tiers. The
Yep.
MGLE have been the ones that I've been wanting most often when we've taken a look at these, although I'm not participating personally. So over the past week, I did not get an opportunity to get into the All-Star packs,
I
even
didn't
the
either.
even the comments. I think I got pulled away for a meeting. I
Yep.
did see a lot of people in our community that were able to get in. I don't think
Yep.
there was anything that remarkable, although someone could have been super excited, just not shared it with us. I didn't see if that's the case. But upcoming, I think today, actually, right now, they are in the process of dropping this rim shakers moment, right?
Yeah, I
So
saw that. Yeah.
this is a little bit of a reward for people that participated in the market over the past 20 days or so. So from February 1st, I believe, to February 19th, if you bought a starter pack or you were active in the marketplace buying a moment, you're going to be airdropped one of these singularly wrapped special packs that will have one moment from the dunk contest, right? So maybe you could score an Obi. You could become a
True.
big Obi fan. I don't even know if I qualified. I think I missed, between me missing the pack drop for the
Yeah.
All Stars and the rest of how I was looking at the market. I don't even think I'll be dropped a pack. But that being said, most of you probably are, so be on the lookout for that. I think they're pretty limited mint sizes on the Obi, less than or right around 1,000.
Nice.
It looks like Fabio may have. Yep, Fabio already received his. So people have already gotten their airdrops. Take a look,
Oh yeah,
and
David Green.
yeah, hopefully you come through with an Obi.
Yeah. Look at that. It's pretty good.
Ov- Also coming up next Monday will be the fourth batch of the reserve packs. Same deal, 500 packs available, 350 trade tickets. Good luck if you're going in with your buddies and trying to find some way to
Get those
collectively
tickets.
have enough.
Yeah.
I have seen people that have went through the trouble and unfortunately it didn't pan
Yeah.
out well for them.
Yeah. That's
Do you
I
get
mean, that's a shame too because the like we were always talking about the price of these things, and we saw a few that were in our server that pulled it off, and yeah, like you said, they weren't
well, I
as
mean,
money.
when you talk price, I'm talking like opportunity cost or
True.
whatever time the
Yeah.
time it would take to go through the effort to
Yes.
do that.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly.
it was just pretty cumbersome at the time, and maybe they've had some efficiencies. I know I'm not trying to sell off
Yeah.
whatever it would be, 350 moments or whatever it is, depending on the
Exactly.
tier, right? Also, interestingly, and Pineapple keeps referencing this, the All Star VIP Pass auction that they had
Yes.
announced,
I saw
and
this. I saw this.
it's interesting. I'm trying to wrap my head around what it represents that Top Shot would be going down this route with the teams, but it's an NFT for each team. If you win the auction, you have the opportunity to go to the next 5 NBA All-Star games and have a unique
Yep.
experience. There's court tours, there's meet and greets, there's all kinds of cool perks. It is on a team by team basis, so you'd
Yes.
have to go for your one particular team that you would
Yep.
be a fan of. And so I think someone mentioned something about the DAO. I don't know what would be representative of a good,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
attempt at
I
that.
saw that.
Maybe Lakers, right? Maybe
Yeah.
Knicks. You probably want in a major metropolitan area. I
Yeah.
did love
Exactly.
this, like all of the crazy perks. For you can imagine what the price will be on these, and then at the end, uh, it's also worth 25,000 NBA Top Shot collector score points.
Oh wow.
So
And
if you
you
were on the
know,
fence, Rune,
yeah.
if you were on the fence, now you know.
Well, I'm looking at this, and there comes a point where I'm just like, man, this is a really really cool idea, but at the same time, I'm just afraid it might push some people away. They're like, I'll never have a chance. You know what I mean? Because I mean, yeah, this is the auction is going to be great, but it's going to be, I don't know, in my opinion, going towards the people that have the money to spend. You know what I mean?
Well, I
But I
mean, I
mean,
don't.
5 next All Star games is not it's not a prize that you could just like laugh away. I mean, that's awesome.
I'm. What do you mean exactly? Like, you think people would look at it and think it's only,
I just
for
yeah,
the
I
haves?
just because if they're well with auctions, with auctions, to me, I just think it can isolate some people or leave some people feeling left out because they can't participate in it. Everyone can participate in it, but from a financial standpoint is what I'm talking about.
Right. Well, I think,
Mm.
from a messaging perspective, I could see that it could deter
Yep.
some people if they weren't
Yeah.
really familiar with Top Shot and that's their
Yeah.
exposure. Like, hey, you could do this auction, but hopefully,
Yeah.
they bring enough different things to the ecosystem that that's not the case. So,
I agree.
you know, I think a lot of the big wigs, a lot of the whales, so to speak, will get involved in this. I would anticipate these going for some hefty sums, considering how
Yeah.
much market is in the daily dollar volume in NBA Top Shot. But either way,
Yeah.
interesting that it happened.
Oh, definitely.
Let's let's talk NFL all day.
Here we
So
go.
a lot of stuff happening. So obviously the Super Bowl premium
Yep.
packs dropped last week. I was able to get in there and score some
Yep.
moments for myself. I think I thought about holding the pack to rip with everybody. That's not really worked out well for me. I couldn't resist it. I went ahead and tore it open. Pretty unremarkable. I got a
Okay.
bunch of
Okay.
pretty standard moments, and I ended up getting this Damian Harris Patriots
Okay.
rare. So I
Oh,
think marketplace listing right now is around $1,000, maybe $800 or so. I was hoping for a legendary, obviously, but I would have taken some commons that would have
yeah.
been of players that I would have appreciated. But really, you're looking at what I got right here, right? So,
Yeah,
um,
definitely.
nothing that amazing. Probably my favorite score of all the packs that I ripped is the Jamar Chase, even though it's of 8,500 mint. I still
Yep.
appreciate having his rookie. Um,
Yeah,
but
that is a
I
nice one.
it excites me. It excites me when I see people ripping this. I'm excited about the product. I'm especially excited to see the challenges and gamifications that'll be possible.
Yes, that'll be really good. And the fact that they got one season in and they're still technically in beta, correct? Or are they out of beta? I can't really remember. But the fact that it leads towards a next season being hyped up with this. Um what's funny is there's a lot of teams that I don't see repped in moments. And I'm not certain if like every team is has got someone that's got a moment or not, but it just I don't know. I guess maybe because there's only three per poll that it lessens
Were
the
you
what I see as like teams or players that I would expect to see. Like I don't see too many 49ers. I saw that you had a few. Those were the first in a while that I've seen. But yeah, I mean it's just I know it's early and some people probably aren't sharing, but yeah, it's just what I noticed.
you're saying just like anecdotally, like just
Yeah,
looking at people? Oh, okay. I thought
yeah.
you were like doing running the numbers or something, and you
Oh
were
no
onto
no 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 no
something.
no! I'm
Yeah.
not doing no research here. No,
So
this
you're
is just
telling me you ruined it. This is just you ruined
I
it.
straight out
Yeah.
ruined it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, that could be the case. Obviously, there could be something you're seeing more prevalence of.
Yeah.
On Friday, we got a couple of news bites, right? They dropped some news relative to the rarity tiers, which was cool to get some more clarity on that. I don't know if you had any thoughts on, what they spelled out for rarity, but I was comfortable with it. No
Yes.
major
Yeah.
objections from me. They
Nope.
talked about set sizes, and hopefully, they have some learnings here that they're leveraging from what happened with Top Shot.
Yes.
They
Yes.
really had to find their legs and find their way. And then also the introduction of badges, which is
Badges. Yes.
exciting, right? So you got
Hmm.
rookie moments, you got Super Bowl year moments, you got a lot of cool stuff in that regard. In the marketplace opening up tomorrow.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I'm actually really interested to see how it goes on day one. Not the marketplace working, but like what the sales look like, what the volume looks like. Are people buying or not? So.
Yeah, I think people could list and delist, and so there were people playing
Hmm.
around with this a little bit. We'll see once the dollar volume starts moving.
Yep.
What's really representative here. I expect to see a robust market, especially with what I just saw with UFC. So I know that there may be obviously a season to the NFL, but the news cycle on the NFL really carries it year round. And I
Definitely.
think that this will have a lot of movement, especially with so much room to drop exciting things throughout the year. And maybe that was the reason that this is still so bare bones. I mean,
Yeah,
we get the
definitely.
packs, we rip them open. The site, doesn't have a ton on it with regards to what you can do with it and how things are represented. I think that they have a lot of exciting things on deck, most likely, and
Definitely.
staggered to roll out to bridge us into the next season.
Yes, definitely. And before we move on, though, I do want to make note that right now the stream bot seems to be frozen. So Pineapple's got another live stream showing. So you can guys go ahead and click on him, or definitely check us out on Twitch. So yeah. Anyway,
You know what I think happened? You started you started getting
Yep.
onto something about what teams were represented.
Yep.
They were like, "We need to
Yep.
cut this guy before he lets out this
He
information."
violated the NDA.
Have you put any thought into the marketplace? Like, how are you approaching this tomorrow? Or are you kind of waiting and seeing
Yeah,
how things shake out?
I definitely gonna wait and see how things shake out, but I am gonna be all over it. I'll tell you that much. I've come to the decision that there will be certain players that I am gonna go after, even though they're not on the team that I'm repping, but just because of the simple fact that I'm certain that there's gonna be some really good players out there, and I'm not going to go for a Tom Brady because we all know that that's going to be a ridiculous price. But like I am going to continue searching for my team and see any of the moments that are out there and just get a gauge for the price. For me, when it comes to the all day stuff, I am looking more towards being a hodler in this than I was in Top Shot. So yeah, that's how I'm going to approach it. Oh boy, look at
I
this.
think a lot of people are, taking their learnings of, what happened with Top Shot and their
Yeah,
explosion and trying to apply it here. I don't think we'll see, the fire sales,
yeah,
but you never know. There'll be some price discovery. I think the opportunity will be on players that, have high upside, right? And so
yeah,
you may be
exactly.
able to get it in now. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get my hands on some
Mhm.
legendaries and whatnot. I think a lot of people went through the efforts of liquidating some NBA Top Shot assets
Yeah.
that they weren't, really thinking about hodling long term and using that capital for other
Yep.
things. I know I spent the past weekend over here on the UFC strike marketplace. Actually,
Yeah,
went through.
yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I went through and I actually put all of my duplicates for sale, and I then took some additional funding and made sure I fleshed out all of the commons for this entire Series Zero set.
Yeah, and just like what you said, I mean, Mongoose even said that they use their UFC sales to get the All-Star hard for Top Shots. So that is, going back and forth. I'm sure people are doing that. So yeah.
Yeah, and there's some people I forgot whom someone was mentioning in the chat. Maybe it was Feria that they had some interesting information from friends on, fighters that they thought they should try to stack up moments on. So we'll see what the strategy is. But I was just surprised at how quickly things were snapped up in that
Yeah,
marketplace.
yeah.
I didn't think it would have the action that it did, and
Neither did
even
I.
at floor, things were flying. So I think a lot of people had
Sure.
the same kind of idea that they wanted to flesh out the entire set while they can. That being said, obviously I couldn't do that with the legendaries or whatever we call the next tier up of
Yep.
rarity because they were, pretty exorbitant. I'm talking 3 to 10 grand minimum
Wow.
each, right? So
Yep.
I only got the commons. Let's see if that counts for anything. But as we've seen from Dapper, they often try
Yep.
to reward people who are completionists with sets.
Exactly, exactly. I have a feeling that, that's going to be part of the big game when it comes to this.
So, Rune, I totally ran through the news and forgot to ask you. Did you
Yep.
have anything for the room report that you wanted to share with everyone?
Actually, today the Rune Report is actually really quiet. It was mostly because of the All Star hype that was going on. I was glued to my TV trying to make sure that any of the commercials that were out there weren't going to be some slip NFT, commercials. Scan this code really quick, So I was kind of glued to it. We had a really, really bad snowstorm on Saturday, so I didn't get much in the way of looking, but what I did look for when it came to soccer stuff, there wasn't anything new out there. There is MLS action starting this weekend. It will be very, very, very good, and there's some tournaments actually starting this weekend too. So next week, I will definitely add a little bit of knowledge on for those that do not know or are not aware of the soccer landscape when it comes to tournaments. So it's starting, and it's going to be very interesting.
So, what's up with the Neymar saying he will play for the MLS?
Ah, it's coming. There's actually a couple of people. A lot of people like their certain spots within MLS. So a lot of people at first were going to LA Galaxy. David Beckham, Steven Gerrard, one of my favorite players, went to LA Galaxy, and it's because they want to live in LA. They want to experience it. But when they get here, they realize, holy crap, this country is huge. And the climates are so different, so it's much more brutal than it is over in Europe. It's harder. So when when they're coming here, they're mostly trying to get to like Miami, or you don't really have people buying for like Houston or something. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of people that are talking coming over. It'll be good. It'll be good if
Cool.
they do.
What's the NFT situation with MLS?
So the MLS, Major League Soccer, has gone ahead and announced that they are looking at they're trying to decide. This is going to be really funny, if they're going to do MLS specific items for all teams, or let teams do their own thing. So they are also talking about doing a combo of the two. MLS will put out MLS content, which could include everybody or anybody. But kind of, I guess you want to say like moments, and then let the teams do anything when it comes to like their stores. Fan tokens are becoming a big thing, just like at Paris Saint Germain. I know that the store, Patriot Place store, they're actually thinking about the Rebs are actually thinking about doing a fan token.
Hold on,
Um,
hold on, hold on.
mm,
We got breaking news.
oh,
Looks like the community wants a Rune fan token. Can this happen? Yes or no?
a Rune fan token? Oh,
Yes.
oh, hell yeah, hell
All
yeah,
right. You heard it
yeah.
here first. All right, continue, Rune. Sorry, I had to get that out there.
No, it's so the fan tokens. They're thinking about using it for like discounts
I
on
see you, Pineapple.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen here, man. Um, Patriot Place was talking about, okay, the Revs rebranded this season. They got a brand new logo. Everything is going good, and to increase sales, they're thinking about doing a fan token. The fan token would then do like a discount on like the stores, and or potentially a free item or so. So they're looking at it. It's very, 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 very beginnings of this. So I think it's really cool though, and I think it could translate to other industries like the NFL. I mean, think about it: Patriot Place doing this. Why not do it for the Patriots as well?
Interesting. Do you collect
Mhm.
any of like on So Rare or any of the the soccer or football international football
Yeah.
related NFTs?
So rare. I was getting into, and after looking at it for a little bit, the utility and the use for it to me does not appeal to me at all. I am waiting for the La Liga Dapper moments, because I really think that highlights, the way that Dapper did the moment system, is what will sell. Now, the way that So Rare does their system, it can work out from a gamification standpoint. It's basically like fantasy football, but you own the cards.
Yeah.
It's There's still a lot of stuff that needs to be worked out in that respect, and they're really expensive. And so I was just like, no, I'm not even gonna try. So,
You brought up something interesting that I've been thinking about. We
mhm.
touched on it a few times, but now we're actually seeing it come to fruition. Having all of these leagues that people kind of have a transitory interest in, right? Like a lot of people are interested in NBA as
Yeah,
well as the NFL, as well as UFC. How exactly will that show in the ecosystem? Will there be kind of a circulation effect, right, where people are buying in, liquidating things that they don't think have long-term value, moving that money back into the next one and continuing that cycle as opposed to staying on one platform? I think things will look very different
yeah,
than what we had initially seen with NBA Top Shot, because if you recall, people couldn't withdraw.
true.
There wasn't another ecosystem to spend your Dapper Bucks on, really, right? So it's a totally different scenario.
Exactly, exactly. And later on, if we do have time, there is a very cool quick highlight that I would like to show on stream. So just
All
to kind
right,
of
why don't you get that
keep
up,
going.
and then we have a very
Yeah.
special guest that'll be coming on.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and try to bring that up now. Give me a second here.
Don't ruin
But
it.
anyway, I'm not gonna ruin it. Trust me. I have to tell you though, real quick, the wife and I, we were watching. We wanted to watch she wanted to do a movie night, and so we found Love and Basketball. I don't know if you remember that from 2000,
Oh,
but
jeez.
such a good movie though.
I mean, isn't that like a Othello or something retold in a basketball scenario, or am I thinking of a different movie?
Yeah, well, you didn't know how that goes.
No, I really don't know. Like, I think it was on like my girlfriend at the time in her dorm, and I didn't really pay
Oh yeah, yeah,
attention. But
yeah. I mean, it really is. It just uh, it's just funny. But no, for what it is, it was a good movie. So
man, if I have to talk about hoops movies, what ranks high on my list? Now you got me really going down the
there you
rabbit hole.
go. There you go.
Uh, First of all, I loved Hoop Dreams, which is an old documentary with Arthur Agee, and it followed these two kids in Chicago or Detroit in the area, right? And kind of how
Yep.
they progress in different paths. That was cool. Um, Blue Chips.
Blue
I'm
chips.
partial
Yes.
to
Yes.
Blue
Yes. Yes.
Chips because I was a big Penny Hardaway guy, so I thought that was dope when he was like in that gym with people falling over the sides of their rafters or whatever.
Yep.
Sunset Park is an old classic of mine, of course, Above the Rim, but Sunset Park I really loved, and I really loved the soundtrack to it too.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, Give me just a quick second here. Let me mute this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up now, and we could, if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna be whatever. Hold on. Where the heck is it?
You're gonna be whatever. I
Yeah,
like it. You're so definitive, Aaron.
yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Share screen. Win Brave tab. Here it is, right here. All right, let's start this over again. Okay. So I'm not sure if you guys will be able to hear sound. Hopefully you will. But the if this doesn't work or if this doesn't look good, I'll post the link.
First one didn't beat the first man.
Looks
This
like
one's
garbage
this
right
side.
now.
Is better. Keeper comes.
Yeah, I don't
Into
think
the
you guys are
back
gonna
of
be
the
able
net.
to see
Paul
it.
Kevin.
Oh wait.
Phillips
Okay, here we go.
again.
Hold on.
It will be checked by
I
VAR.
think you
Uh,
need. I think you need to drop the link, Aaron. It looks like you're streaming from a potato.
yeah, I'm gonna
Was
drop the link.
referee did not whistle. Ali.
Usually, goalkeepers are.
There we go.
So tell me why this is cool, and I should check it out.
It's not this. It's not this goal. Why in the world is it showing this goal? Here it is. Okay, here we go.
I see where
Watch.
may not give it as a
Because they had just gotten the kick in
David
the
Garcia.
Osasuna versus Atletico Madrid. The guy who's got the ball now, I don't know if you're able to see it, Luis Suarez, absolutely amazing player. Used to play for Liverpool, then play for Barcelona, is now at Atletico Madrid. He's notorious for biting people. But that was years ago. He's gotten past that. But I mean, it's a sick goal, the kind of goal that you just don't see that often anymore. And yeah, so anyway, they really lit it up against Osasuna.
That's the kind of goal that makes someone smash a controller in FIFA. Am I right? Your friend does
Exactly.
that to you, you're just embarrassed.
Exactly.
All right,
So that's all. Sorry about that.
no problem. Esoteric, how are you, my friend?
Yo, can you hear me?
We can't
Oh,
see you, but I know you're trying to be incognito, so we appreciate you coming through.
I know. Trust me, no one wants to see that. So maybe the NFL all day pack, but no one needs the visuals, you know.
Hey, well, thanks for coming on and ripping with us. Maybe you have some better luck. I got that Damian Harris, which I'm not mad about because I'm a Pats fan, but obviously, we want some big names, we want some legendaries. So you got one to rip with us?
I definitely have a pack. Do I just hit the share button?
Yeah, so here's the thing. If you hit the share button, there's a
Yep.
couple options, right? If you
Share
click
screen.
share screen, and then if you want the sound, you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner, include
Mhm.
sound.
I have screen sharing tips, so I don't see this. I only have a box saying don't share these tips again.
All right.
But-
Well,
But,
however
I
it
mean,
works.
the sound is like whatever, right?
Yeah, we know what the sound is like. However you can get it up, we'll be thankful.
Oh, yep.
All right. We're seeing pictures of ourselves like a level of Inception. Here we go. Wow, man, you've been saving up.
Oh no, I think they just show you packs that you've already
Oh.
opened.
Oh, okay.
So this is the wait, am I on the right tab? I've definitely got this pack, so it's hiding out somewhere. It's got to be this tab, right? Packs.
Yep.
I'll scroll down. All right, this is it right here.
Well, hold on. Before
Hopefully.
oh, so you saved all these packs, but this is the one you're gonna open?
No. So you see the packs you've already opened,
Oh, okay.
and it's the same with Top Shot. Now you can see the packs that you've historically opened.
Right. I thought that was a separate tab, but that shows you how long it's been since I ripped a pack.
Yeah, hopefully it's the syncing can take a while.
So
But
who you
I don't
rooting for?
I don't really know what I'm hoping for. I mean, just players that I know, to be fair.
Let's get some Joe Boos in the chat.
I mean, I reckon you'd be a better judge of who's good, who's not.
Hey, I am in the beta. I just showed some of my moments. Look at the community. These guys, jokers.
So did you spend that $500 to get the Izzy?
On UFC, I didn't. I mean, I looked at what I had to add a bunch of, stack a bunch
It's a
of.
lot.
Yeah, I'd have to
'Cause-
stack a bunch of extra, I don't know.
Because I was
Some-
thinking of doing the same, just getting the Gen 0 common set. But if you want to get that 500 net spend, you got to stack something. So
Right. And so but my thought process is the prices are probably already a little bit inflated on
Inflated.
some of them. So once I did that,
Mhm.
it would just fall out. And I don't know if the Izzy's worth it. So
yeah, we'll see. All right, looks like we're good to go here.
all right, Rune's hyped up. He can't even speak.
Nope, can't speak.
Have you got the music? It's just the.
Nah.
Can you hear that?
it's all good.
No. We just hear your
I'm gonna
excitement.
actually. You know what? It's the same Top Shot music, so it's not too exciting.
Yeah, it'll get too dramatic.
Ooh, yeah, that's quite it.
All right, we'll just go left to right. Left to right.
There you go.
Is that your normal strategy?
I'm not like superstitious, so whatever's. Brandon Eccles.
Just a little
Jets.
interception he had.
You trade that over to Gary V.
Are we watching the moments, or is that?
Yeah, Gary V would take this in a heartbeat.
That's nice. Pick 6.
Yep.
But I feel like the defensive plays, unless it's yeah, I don't know.
Game
You really want to get
changing, yeah.
Yeah.
Devontae Parker. Not bad.
So you literally just got a set. Is that the Jets that they're playing? Yeah. Huh. It's probably the same game.
Well, some of these
Yeah,
are from the the
December
different rounds of the
19th.
playoffs are in.
Yeah. All right.
I think this is my first team moment.
Yeah, I found this
Nice
interesting.
goal line.
I'd be
Yeah.
interested to
stand
see
right
how
there.
these develop pricing, where the price discovery would be on these.
It's a slightly lower mint count as well.
That's pretty cool.
Now think of the legacy ones you could get, like the Malcolm Butler interception on the
So-
goal line or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's my rare, right?
That's common.
Nope. That's a common.
No, look.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. You're talking about
yeah.
the reveal. Yep. I think that is your rare. Look at the
Should we
blue.
do that one later?
Yeah, do it later.
So I'll just skip that for now. Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm not gonna say no
nice
to that.
one.
not gonna say. So hopefully that's gonna have a badge, right? At some point.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Well,
Super Bowl season.
That's a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
his,
first. That's a Super Bowl catch. Yep.
All right, we're ready.
That was
Gotta be happy with that.
7-0 right at that point.
That's a great moment.
That is really good.
I'm a little jelly, to be honest with you. But I'm happy for you.
So this is one of the special series he called game.
Oh, he called game. Yep. Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. Foye Alukan. Anyway, he seems pretty pumped.
I'm not going to try.
In a way, it's like, I guess it's nice to know if you got a good, like, a rare moment or not, but at the same time,
Can you imagine highlighting over it and seeing a yellow?
that's what I was hoping.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, so this is what I'm saying. You have this pack, you haven't even opened your rare, and you got a moment that you're really happy about, So
True.
I like that, I like that happens here, and it seems to happen with more frequency, maybe because of the, the potency of the league or whatever the focus that they've had on the players.
Mm-hmm.
I was reckoning make the
Crosby.
stop. That these were like definitely EV positive packs, but there was a lot of variance in the NFL ones.
I think a certain person by the name of Rude Moose had some say in this one.
Boom. Oh, it's got like a celebration in it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick Bosa, nice.
Speaking of San Francisco.
Your theory is down the drain, Rune. I think
It is.
it's been proven wrong.
Yes, it is.
There was no reason to rudely, rug your connection.
Right? It's awesome.
All right, here we go, right?
Hit that
So
rare.
I have no idea what the good rare is in this pack, but
All right. Okay.
Okay,
The
that's
Whoa.
that is so good. It's
that 12?
Serial number 12.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's
I'm
the Super
super
Bowl
pumped.
winning moment, right?
Yeah. That was it.
Well, I'm happy to have opened it here.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a collection.
That was not. That's just
Oh.
these are defensive highlights.
Yeah, it looks like it. Because I remember
Well,
that.
it's like throughout the game.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, man. Great
Yeah.
serial. Great, couldn't get a better team to get a team moment for, right? What else could you ask for? So
Yeah.
super hype for you. Thanks for sharing it with us today.
You're welcome.
Yeah, congrats,
Appreciate
man.
it.
This is awesome.
Well, Rune, I thought
at
you were
that.
bad luck. You're not terrible after all.
No, not at all. I didn't ruin the moment.
Yeah, we might have to keep you around.
Yeah, that's right.
All right,
That's right.
Esoteric. Thank you for coming on. Anytime you want to hop on and rip a pack, feel free to let us know.
Alright.
We'd love to have you. Thank you, man.
Good luck and good
Right,
vibes. So
Derek.
All right, take
Appreciate it.
care.
take it easy.
Rune, it's been another successful week.
Yes.
We've managed to only break the stream like a couple of times, so I think that's
Not too bad.
progress.
Not too bad.
It's progress. Hopefully some of this luck that Esoteric just had with you on stream rubs off on both of us, and we can score some dope moments as well.
Yeah, definitely. I can't. I can't wait for next season to come out and for it to not just be so much focused on the postseason, but as just like anything else,
So I
Yeah,
think
like
over the
it-
course, like we said, I think over the course of the next several months, I think they're going to have stuff that they're waiting to slowly release so that it doesn't lose momentum. So I don't think you'll have to wait till next season, dude. I think you'll be good. But in the interim, before we let everyone go, is there anything in the collectible space that you got your eye on that we need to know or that has caught your eye or is newsworthy?
The alpha for Crypto Motors is still going well. No news on that yet. Rare Gotchi is still doing sneak peeks that I'm aware of. Midnight Breeze, Dutch Tide, who was on a little bit ago, that's going pretty well. pretty
Man,
well.
you guys did not tell me to get one of those.
It's the I'm very I wasn't planning on selling it. I was planning on like keeping it because it was a low mint, but I don't know. It's creeping up big time, and for the for the hell of it, I threw it up for a price that okay, if I get a sale for it, then cool. But yeah, so there's a few things. I mean, DC has definitely got his eye on a few things. Has been chatting. We've been chatting together, and gonna share the love. But NFA, of course, NFA.
You're gonna share the love. What does that mean? What are you trying to say?
Hey, I don't know, man. I mean, there could
All
be
right,
stuff,
Rune.
there could be stuff
You
coming.
got some.
I don't know.
You got
There
alpha.
could
You're not
be.
sharing yet. I get it. I get it. Well,
It's
good for
coming.
you.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you get a rune token. Okay, you get the suspense. It's just palpable.
Listen, if you do get some alpha, share it with us in the chat. I may just
Okay.
blow some money on some collectibles that I just think look cool, like some sad boys or some talks. But either way, we'll check you guys next time. Thanks for hanging with us on Hangtime.
Have a good one, everyone.